What's up, everybody? Vince Ingenito here, and I'm here with my buddy, Megan Sullivan. How you doing, Megan?
Hey, kiddos, it's Borderlands time!
Yeah, it is. We're here to take a look at the first gameplay trailer and release date trailer for Borderlands, the pre-sequel. It's very exciting. If we stop here real quick,
boom,
we see, not only is our buddy Claptrap flying by, but we see that the Hyperion space station is in a rather jacked up state.
Right, it is. You can see the right-hand side. You can see it's kind of it looks like it's broken off.
Yeah, we know that's part of the story, that the Hyperion space station has a little bit of an unfortunate accident, ends up stuck on the moon, and we have to try to help Jack get it off. Speaking of Jack, there he is. And
there
if we see here, he actually doesn't have the little tape things on his face, so this appears to be before whatever happens to his face happens to his face.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm. If you've played, you know that actually he has a mask on Borderlands 2 that he's covering up.
Correct.
This vault symbol that's all over his face. So obviously something happened between Borderlands 1 and 2 to make that happen.
And we're going to find out what.
Exciting.
So moving along, we see Wilhelm. Okay, we see Nisha here for the first time. Oh, let's back up a second, just so we can get a shot of this. So Nisha, the Lawbringer, we haven't seen what she looks like in this game yet. Of course, she's made appearances before.
Right, she was a sheriff of Lynchwood in Borderlands 2.
Right, and we also know that she was at that stage anyway, Handsome Jack's girlfriend.
Yes, that's correct. So when you're running around Lynchwood, she explains that she's Handsome Jack's girlfriend. And you get into a gunfight with her in the game.
And speaking of guns, it appears, you don't see the other one off screen, it appears that she's holding two guns here. That could just be for style, but I have a feeling it might be related to her action skill. It might be kind of like the Gunzerker where maybe there's some dual-wield action going on. But, that's just, we'll see how that pans out. So moving along, there's Athena, there's Claptrap. Okay, let's back up a second here. I know we're stopping, but this is a lot, but this is a packed little trailer. So Claptrap here. This is the first time we've ever really seen Claptrap holding a gun.
I've never seen that before. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look awesome. We still don't know. I don't feel like confident I can say what Claptrap this is. The coloring is definitely of the old original, like, main Claptrap, but we do know that there are other Claptraps in the universe at this point still. They haven't all been wiped out. We've heard them say that.
Right, so we don't know if this is the assassin Claptrap or a different Claptrap or the original from Firestone.
Right. So yeah, moving along. Put on your Sunday best. And who's wearing their Sunday best? That doesn't look like Mad Moxie's Sunday best. And we know that's Mad Moxie because she's got the heart-shaped tattoo and, of course, the black and white stripe motif that she often goes with. But
no
Megan,
makeup.
No makeup.
No makeup.
She's pretty dressed down. And I noticed also she's wearing those goggles.
Which makes sense, right? Because she is Scooter's mother. She's Ellie's mother.
Correct.
And so they're all in sort of or Ellie at least is in the, mechanic?
Yeah, and Scooter, runs the catch a ride. So they're all kind of in
They're all mechanics, basically.
They're all kind of in it. But we've never seen Moxie like this. And I've never really had the indication that she was part of, like, the family business or anything like that. So it's interesting to see her here. Maybe she'll have something to do with not only with some of the vehicles that we're going to see a little bit later, but also I can't help but wonder, we know it's been implied before that she was involved with both Jack and Mordecai in the time between Borderlands 1 and 2 because Jack and Mordecai have some words about that.
They do, and Moxie also mentions in passing that she dated Handsome Jack and she broke up with him because he got all jealous and they got into a tiff.
Right.
So there could be a tawdry sort of love triangle.
I'm wondering, or a love quadrangle with Nisha in play because we know Nisha ends up with Jack. She used to be with Jack. Mordecai's angry that Jack, took her away from it. We could see some real Jerry Springer type stuff going on.
Very interested to see where that goes.
In the pre-sequel. And here's Claptrap wearing a funny outfit.
Awesome. Oh, wait.
Let's back up. Wait.
I saw a familiar face back there.
One familiar face we just saw.
Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith. So I'm sure we're going to see. I'm sure she won't be the only familiar face we see, but in the trailer, that's she seems her and Moxie are the main familiar faces that we've seen before that are making.
Exactly. Will we see other Vault Hunters from 1 or 2? Well, we'll have to wait and see.
I think we will. And now it's just like an action montage, lots of awesome, cool stuff happening. And wait, this is really important. If I can get right to the exact,
So you noticed something really cool.
This is awesome. So if you look there in the back on the modifiers on this handsome-looking Argyle weapon, there's a new modifier that says Moonshine. 5% chance of enemies dropping rare loot. Now, that's huge.
That's major.
That's a megaton. Like, if we're going to have gear in this game that allows people to buff their chances of getting loot, which is, of course, what Borderlands is all about.
It's a shoot and loot game. Come on.
Shoot and loot. You know, everyone knows who's ever played Diablo that gear with magic find on it is, like, worth its weight in gold. You know, all you loot hunters are going to be going bonkers to have your hands on weapons like this. So, and it's also Argyle. So, I mean, like, who doesn't like Argyle, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, more zero-G action. We see those rolling...
I'm super stoked about this, by the way.
Actually, through the whole thing, all the action in this looks absolutely crazy. Like, the zero-G stuff just adds so many elements.
And the zero-G is, like, you can do special abilities. Like, you can double jump, and you can do some sort of ground pound.
I covered all that in my first, not hands-on, but my first look at it. Definitely check that out at IGN. You want more details about the zero-G powers, but here we see a first glance at one of the new vehicles rather, and this looks like a crazy like jet.
It looks like one of those mobile scooters for elderly people, except it can fly and it can shoot lasers.
And it can shoot lasers.
That's so good.
When I'm an elderly and I can't walk anymore, this is definitely the way I'm going to want to get around the world. So yeah, we know that this is. I know for sure because I saw this in the demo that I watched a while back. This is one of the new vehicles, but it says new vehicles. Plural. I'm not sure what the other new vehicle might be. We see glimpses of other vehicles throughout this, but I'm not sure which one is the one that we're going to be able to. We got Moon Monsters. Okay, now.
Okay, what is that?
So now, this doesn't look like it could be a player character because it doesn't look like any of the heroes. But right. I want to hope against all hope that this is one of the other controllable
That would be great. Yeah,
vehicles.
I can't tell if that's like an NPC. I can't tell if that's an enemy coming at you, but I want to ride that thing.
It's an enemy. I think it's an enemy, but I want to ride that thing, and that would totally up my anticipation for the pre-sequel if I got to roll around one of those. Now this is pretty cool. We're going to see a very quick, they try to be sneaky with it, show us a really quick speed run through different abilities. Now we've seen, this is Athena, we've seen some of her skills before. Again, I covered that in my preview, but this is our first look at Wilhelm's skills. And we see here, if we back up just a little bit, increases Wolf and Saint's duration and cooldown. Right? So Wolf and Saint is certainly his action skill, and by scrolling through a little bit more, we see, let's see. So we see a skill here that refers to Wolf and Saint as entities, as people. So it's pretty clear, Megan, I think, that these are going to be summoned like robotic minions, kind of like the Necromancer.
Right, so I was saying before we started the video that this reminds me of those annoying bots that you had to fight in Borderlands 2, where one would attack you and another would repair people's shields, especially like for either robots or like the final boss fight with Jack. He had one robot attacking you and one that would constantly regenerate his shields.
Which was so fun to deal with, let me tell you.
Yes, it's great. So finally, you can use that to your advantage, it sounds like. Wolf being the sort of aggressive bot that you can call in to attack enemies for you, and then Saint constantly regenerating your health and shields, which sounds super awesome to me.
Yeah, I would, after having to put up with that nonsense for 2 games, I would be more than happy to turn the tables on that score. And then here, this is kind of interesting. We've got a dance break in this trailer.
Because why not?
Brought to us by Harmonix. Now, I don't know if there's any other collaboration going on between Harmonix and Gearbox and 2K Australia, or if this is just kind of a one-off for flair. But I mean,
zero-G dubstep.
Zero-G dubstep. Wubba wubba in space. Okay, so yeah, we've seen this dance. Yeah, and then it just gets to more action. I gotta say, the way all this action is shot, I'm not sure if this is just for the trailer or if we're gonna see kind of cutscenes that have a little more of the cinematic flair to them. But I wanted to point this out to our fair readers. There's a shot here of Wilhelm, and in the back there, you can see above that force field is a sign, and I cannot make out what it says. All I can see is DAR. I think that's an H. I thought it might be a K. It looks like DAR H and then Siders.
It either is Darksiders or my theory was like maybe Dahl, like the gun manufacturer.
We don't know what that is, but if you folks at home, if you Borderlands super fans at home have any idea, please sound off in the comments below. Tweet it, myself or Megan. and let us know your ideas because we'd really love to hear your input. We know there's people out there who are huge fans. And oh my God!
Oh, see, right there. Look, double guns.
Yeah, she definitely has 2 guns there. I don't know if that's just for cinematics, but I hope it's not. And then there's a right there. Oh my God!
That is
a god
cool.
laser. That looks freaking awesome. And
you do not want to be on the wrong side of that laser.
No.
Oh, I cannot wait to play with that.
And we absolutely know that, although there's been energy weapons before, we know that lasers are a new weapon type altogether now in the pre-sequel. So you're going to see that's going to be a separate class of weapons with its own ammo. So you're going to see a wider variety of laser weapons. And if that's any indication, face lasers. I totally want face lasers. I will not talk to a doctor if I have face lasers because I never want to be cured of face lasers.
Exactly.
And again, this is another vehicle. Is this? Can this be another vehicle?
I hope so.
I want it to be. I want flying vehicles in this game so badly.
Which would make sense because it's in space, right?
Exactly. Space. And dance kittens. I totally want dance. That's not a dance kitten.
That is some sort of space gag is what that is.
Not a dance. Clearly a space gag, not a dance kitten. What we do have here, very importantly, a release date, October 14th. 2014.
Oh, man.
Put it on your calendars because we're going to be shooting stuff.
October is so jam-packed with games.
Well,
like
not
so
anymore because now we're just going to clear it for Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Pretty much. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and so here are the final moments, and of course, it's not Borderlands without this dude blowing his brains out. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, coming to PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, October 14th. Megan, I'm excited. I hope the people at home are excited as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching this
Rewind Theater. I have a question.
Oh, you have a question?
I have a question and another call to action. Does anyone think that Butt Stallion will make an appearance?
That's an excellent question. I don't think it would be the Borderlands pre-sequel that it should be without a Butt Stallion.
At least a reference. Come on.
It has to be.
I mean, if that were some secret unlockable vehicle, I'd be okay with that.
I would ride Butt Stallion all night long. I kind of wish I hadn't said that. So
perfect way to end this. And you can tweet at us your answers at what's your Twitter?
Yes, I am Vincognito, and Megan is
Meghan_IGN.
Awesome, and of course, feel free to sign off in the comments below if you have any idea what that sign at the 117 mark might say. Thank you for watching, and set your calendars for October 14th for everything you need to know about Borderlands, the pre-sequel. You're already in the right place. IGN.
Peace.